So today we're gonna make chocolate biscotti. I have a nut-free recipe because I have nut allergies, so I make it without nuts. You can always add walnuts or almonds if you feel like it, but this is my personal recipe and it usually turns out great. This is my first time making it in our apartment, so we'll see in this little tiny kitchen. So the first thing you want to do is set your oven to 350 degrees and go ahead and get your mixer out. So then you want to take your all-purpose flour, and I did the first step already. I added a cup of all-purpose flour. So that's your first ingredient. I'll be neat and put this away now. Okay, so that's your first ingredient. Next we're going to need 3 tablespoons of baking cocoa. So let's see, our next ingredient we need baking powder. So for this one you need a 3/4 teaspoon. And now you just need a dash of salt. Just use a salt shaker. So I would say 1/4 of a teaspoon if you want to get really, really exacting. But yeah, just a good heavy dash will do. I'm going to go put this back. Clean as go. Yay. Okay. Next we need, sorry I'm looking at my recipe, we need 1/4 cup of egg whites. See, this is the healthy, so I use egg whites. And again, I'm going to guesstimate this because I don't think that it's super important for this particular recipe to be really, really concerned about levels. It's going to be pretty wet and sticky and like gloopy when you make it, but once it cooks up it's really delicious, so it should be good to go. Okay. We need 1/3 cup of sugar, so here's my tub of organic sugar. So I'm just going to take this and measure out about 1/3 of a cup sugar. And then, last but not least, of course, we need a little bit of vanilla extract because recipes involving cocoa and whatever wouldn't be complete without your vanilla. So vanilla extract, we need 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons. Now here comes the easy part. If you have a mixer, the easy part. If not, you can just do it by hand. But I'm spoiled. So yeah. So all you want to do is, I'll stop the video now because it takes about 5 minutes. You want to slowly increase this until you're really whipping the ingredients, and you want to make sure you're whipping it for a good 5 minutes. And then once that's all done, I'll come back and show you the rest. Okay, so as you just saw in the little tiny clip that I'm going to put in between the first part and the second part of this little how-to video, it starts out really kind of gloopy, and at first you think, oh no, did I not put enough wet ingredients in there? It should be pretty dry-ish. And then once you really let it go for a couple of minutes, it should get pretty moist and kind of wet and sticky like I said it was going to be. And so the final product before you put it in the oven should look how I just showed you on that little clip. So make sure you turn off and unplug your mixer so you're safe. Next, what you want to do is spray an aluminum covered cookie sheet. Alright, and then you want to take your scraper and just go ahead and start plopping it onto your pan there. So at this point you have scraped off your stuff into your pan, and you want to just start kind of spreading it out so that it's relatively even. Yeah, let's see. This can be kind of tricky to do. You can use your fingers if you want. Okay. Hardcore biscotti makers, or if you get recipes online, they'll tell you to wet your hands and use your hands to kind of spread it out. So that's why I'm like, you can use your fingers if you want. So, I mean, whatever is easy. It doesn't have to be perfect or beauteous. I mean, my biscotti is never like, you know, incredible. It just tastes really good. So I'm not super picky about like the shape or anything. And like I said, it kind of will melt out, so I'm not super concerned. So yeah, just kind of spread it into a rectangle-ish shape. Okay, I'll show you. rectangle-ish. Now you just want to put it in the oven. Okay, so now you should have had your biscotti in the oven for about 25 minutes. That's how long you want to put it in the oven, by the way, 25 minutes. I don't know if I mentioned that, at 350 degrees. And now what you want to do is take it out and you want to let it cool in the tray for 15 minutes. And do not turn your oven off. Okay. So now it's been cooling for about 15 minutes, so now comes a little bit of a tricky part. What you want to do, take a spatula and really, really gently pick up your rectangle and flip it over onto a cutting board. Like that. Haha, I did it. Yay. Okay. Now take a sharp knife and you want to go ahead, and this is where you actually cut up your biscotti. So that's kind of exciting. And then it cooks for a little bit longer. We're almost there. And when you're cutting this up, just make sure you put it back on your tray, because they're going to cook a little bit longer. So there's the biscotti. It's not beautiful looking, but it'll be tasty. Okay, and back into the oven they go. So you want to go in for another 10 minutes, and then we're going to flip them over. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and take them out and flip them over. Okay. We've got some little tongs, which make this much easier to do. So just go ahead and flip them over. Okay, and now they go back into your oven for another 10 minutes. We'll be back. Last step. So they have been in the oven for 10 minutes again after we flip them over. So now we're going to take them out. Ooh, they look good. Now they should be nice and browned. You just go ahead and turn off your oven. And then you want to go ahead and obviously clean up a little bit, hopefully. And then you want to just let these cool for about, I would say, 10 minutes, and make sure that you flip them over again after that if you want to make sure that they're nice and crispy. If you have the luxury of a cookie wire rack that like dries cookies and things like that, you can just go ahead and put it on there and like forget you ever did all this work, because they'll be nice and crispy that way. But yeah, now you're pretty much done, and so you can go ahead and let them cool and then serve them up with your favorite coffee or tea, and they are a delicious dessert. And I looked it up, they're only 70 calories a piece, so they're very healthy too. Alright, thanks, that's it. I hope you enjoy, and subscribe if you like. Bye!